Hey guys, it's me, Poo Man. I'm back, and today I want to talk to you guys about Emma Frost. She's one of the 3 new characters that came out this patch, but I actually think she's the most interesting to talk about because I think we know a lot about Squirrel Girl and Beast. Those characters are pretty self-explanatory. Squirrel Girl is going to go on the Young Avengers team. That's it. No more thinking. Beast, I think we're going to need to let the dust settle to figure out what the new base 5 X-Men are going to be, but he's still going to be a pretty straightforward character. But Emma Frost, I think, is the one we knew the least about going into this update, and her placement's going to be very simple too. She's just going to go on a Marauders team, but it's still, I think people out of the new 3 characters, they're going to know the least about Emma Frost and how she works. So I wanted to talk to you guys a bit about her today. So she is a mutant villain. She does not have the Marauders trait. It's nice. The Marauders team was reworked a little bit to be more mutant villain synergy and less Marauder synergy. Like I believe if you look at his passive right here, again, they have a glitch right now. Or the loading character will show Emma Frost, but I'm actually looking at Strife's passive right now. As you can see, it's mutant villain ally, a mutant villain, as opposed to being Marauders as it was before. So this team has a much wider synergy now, and I am going to be doing a Blitz team list coming out soon, covering the whole roster and like all the semi-competent Blitz teams you could run. So what's interesting now is I think Namor can work as a substitute in the Marauders. Namor's not a great character. I'm not saying he's a great substitute, nor should he be on the team. But if you were not running the Fantastic Four and Namor was just sitting around for you, you could throw him in as a 5th Marauder if you didn't have Emma Frost. Again, if you do have the Fantastic Four, he should go with the Fantastic Four. But now that it's mutant villain synergy, Namor could actually work with this team. Same for Magneto, Toad, Sabretooth, Magneto, Toad, Pyro, Blob, and all of them, and Pyro. But those characters already have a team, so, you know, and I think it's relatively easy to get that team going. You know, for Namor, you might be missing Invisible Woman, so you don't have that team. So you could put Namor on the Marauders team now because he is a mutant villain. So just something to note. I'll talk more about that in the Blitz team video. I don't think anyone has thought of that yet. So I just, little something I want to mention. So let's go through Emma Frost's kit. Let's start out with her passive though, because I think that's pretty important. So the only things to break down here: on turn, she'll heal herself for an amount of health. Looks like it caps out at 15% health. And then on War Defense, by the time this is fully upgraded, you'll give defense up for 2 turns to all mutant villain allies, plus apply minus 10% speed to all enemies. And this is one of the interesting things: while charged, gain 400% armor and 500% resistance. So this is her diamond form. She becomes incredibly tanky when she's in her diamond form, and you'll see how this goes into the rest of her kit. So right here, her basic attack does 2 different things depending on whether or not she's charged. It's either going to attack the primary target, and then you'll flip positive effects to negative effects if you're not in your diamond form. If you are in your diamond form with charged, you're just going to clear positive effects. So kind of interesting right there. So it's kind of better if you're in your non-diamond form, but it looks like it does do more damage if you are in your diamond form. So a little interesting, you know, two sides of the coin there. I like that. I think that's a really interesting mechanic right there. Her special is really cool, especially when you upgrade it all the way. It looks like a lot of Emma Frost's skills are relatively dependent on her being upgraded to max. So essentially what she's going to do is she's going to barrier herself for 15% of her max health. And then once you fully upgrade this, she'll clear all negative effects from self and all allies, apply immunity to the team, apply slow to all enemies. So really crazy skill right here. Plus she'll gain charged if she did not have it already. So I mean, this is just a really strong skill right here. I mean, essentially what she does is she resets the board. Your team has no negative effects. They can't have any more negative effects applied to them, and then you've also slowed down the enemy team. So it's just really that's just a very helpful skill for the team. And then next up we have our ultimate. This one is kind of like Loki's, except she doesn't apply defense down to the target, but she'll apply blind. And so it's kind of interesting right here. So once you upgrade this up to the max level, you'll clear positive effects from all enemies. So again, really strong right there. So if they have a defense up, you'll get rid of the defense up. And then you're going to pick somebody, and essentially 2 people are going to attack them, and you're going to give those people bonus damage. So right here, as you can see, mind control the enemy or ally character with the most damage to attack the primary target, and that's going to pick 2 enemies if you have this maxed out. And then as you can see, the gain bonus damage, and if the primary target is killed, apply blind to the non-summon enemy with the most speed bar. So if you do manage to kill somebody with this, then it can sort of have a chaining effect to a certain extent. Well, then you'll apply blind to another character on the enemy team. So Emma Frost is looking really strong. From how the data mining looks, it looks like she's going to be a milestone character. So really impressive stuff there for the Marauders team. But now it's more of a mutant villain team and less a Marauders team. So really happy to see how they put Emma Frost on the team without just completely, ignoring her lore. So now it's just, hey, she's a mutant villain working with the mutant villains. I enjoy when the synergies are a little more broad as opposed to being like Marauders. So that's be 5 of them. By saying mutant villain, it makes a much more flexible team. Again, Namor, he could be a 5th member on the team right now. If you don't have Invisible Woman right now and you're not running the Fantastic Four, you could throw Namor on as a 5th Marauder, I think. Again, he's probably not as good as Kingpin or Hand Sentry on that team, but that frees up Kingpin or Hand Sentry to help out another team that might need it more than the Marauders team it does. So kind of an interesting little thing right there. And of course, you could also throw Toad, Magneto, Sabretooth, Blob, Pyro. I keep saying Sabretooth. I forget he is already on the Marauders team. But Toad, Magneto, Pyro, Blob, you could throw them on the team. And, that could be pretty interesting too. So just really excited for the future of this team. I think Emma Frost is going to do a lot for them. And I think we're definitely going to see this team sort of, they're going to be a scary war defense team. I thought they were a pretty painful war defense team already with Mr. Sinister, but now they're just going to be taken to the next level. They're just going to be even worse to deal with on war defense, especially with Emma Frost. She does a ton for the team, clearing positive effects from the enemy team, clearing negative effects from your team. I mean, just very broad stuff. And again, very flexible too, because it's mutant villain. So this could also work on the Brotherhood team or stuff like that. So if you're not running the Marauders on defense yet, you still don't like Emma Frost, you could throw her on the Brotherhood team and she could help out there. So just a ton of potential with Emma Frost. I'm excited to see just how she affects the meta in the game. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think about Emma Frost down below, because at the end of the day, what do I really know? Because I'm only an 18-year-old. I hope everyone can have a happy and healthy day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Sign off, everyone.